How's it going, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Titan Uprising. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Please get my subscriber count up to 500 if you guys can. Just hit the subscribe button, smash it. It's at the bottom of your screen. I'm almost at 300. The goal is 500, and then we're just gonna keep going up from there. Love the comments, love the feedback. We're diving right into this one, and it is the best running back room in the NFL, and that is the Tennessee Titans. There's a reason I'm wearing the deuce here, Derrick Henry, the king, and I might as well just say the best running back in the NFL as well. But I want to say room because there's going to be depth this year for Tennessee. There's not depth around the NFL as far as the running backs go. You want to say Green Bay Packers, their running backs are hurt. Their offensive line is one of the best in the NFL. We're going to squash that debate. I'm going to get into some of the running backs that people will argue because I know they're going to come in here and I know they're going to say Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, maybe Austin Eckler. They're going to say that. And I'm going to squash all those debates, okay? So if you want to say Nick Chubb, okay, he is the best offensive line in the NFL. Why has he never hit 2,000 rushing yards? We have somebody on our team that has. Oh, because Kareem Hunt, they gave him too much work. He's not there this year. If he's going to do it this year. Then maybe you guys can post an argument. But until then, no. Stop it. The best line in the NFL. How many times do I have to say that? And he still isn't busting out 2,000-yard season. So, no, get that out of here. And like I said, the depth, they don't have Kareem Hunt this year. So that means they have a rookie that they drafted last year in Jerome Ford. And his primary role last year was to return kicks. Unproven. Now let's settle the next one here. Christian McCaffrey with the 49ers. He played in a total of 10 games in his last 2 seasons with the Panthers. That's why they traded him. And if you want to know how much he meant to the Panthers, their running game didn't skip a fucking beat when they let him go via trade. If he's that good, your running game should fall off a cliff. It didn't. That's almost point right there. Makes my case right there. But, you know, we'll get into a little more. He can't stay healthy, right? The injuries, like I said. You can't be on the field and produce because if you're not in the field, right, you're hurt. Like, just stop it. I mean, there's a lot of great players that played the game and they probably would have broke records or smashed them or whatever, but they didn't stay healthy. So the CMC debate, get that out of here. Now, if you want to say Saquon Barkley, same thing, injuries, get him out of here. And then he wanted that contract, right? What did you do to earn it? What did you do to earn it? You didn't. You had 1 good year. You stayed healthy. I drafted you in 2 years before that for fantasy. You screwed me. So, hey, you're hurt all the time. And if you want to say Austin Eckler has never rushed for 1,000 yards in any of his NFL seasons, and he's 28 years old. And no backups there. So there's not much depth, like I said, in any of those running back rooms either. Now, you can maybe say Elijah Mitchell for the San Francisco 49ers. Say, oh, we got CMC, we got Elijah Mitchell, blah, blah, blah. Elijah Mitchell's hurt all the time too. And guess what? He's hurt right now. So, another point there. Point in case, boom, lock it. There we go. I'm going to hit the hammer right there. Wish I had one. I would have just go, case closed. There we go. Now, let's get into the meat of this. The best running back room in the NFL. We're going to go Tennessee Titans. Now we have Hassan Haskins, and he looks like he's going to be the 3rd stringer as of right now. And he's probably going to be facing a little bit of a suspension, possibly. But the Titans selected him in the 4th round of last year's draft, 131st overall. And as a rookie, he appeared in 15 games with 1 start when we sat Henry, just to sit him when we didn't need him to 1 game. And he was a key special teams performer. You guys got to remember that. He's 6'2", 228. He's stout, physical. He has that grinding approach just like Derrick Henry does. He's a reliable ball carrier, right? He had no fumbles during his NFL, he hasn't fumbled in the NFL, but he had no fumbles in his collegiate career. That's crazy. That's awesome. And then he had 2,324 rushing yards and 30 scores in his 4 seasons in Ann Arbor. But you got to remember, he didn't start all those. Now, as a rookie last year, He led the Titans with 414 kickoff returns on 19 attempts. He did place third on the squad with 13 tackles on special teams, and his 13 special teams tackles were ranked second among all rookies, and he led all NFL players whose primary position was on offense. So this guy's on offense. He can run and gun. He can tackle. This guy's athletic. In 2021, he was named first team All Big Ten after rushing 270 times for 1,327 yards, and he broke a school record there with 20 rushing touchdowns. So this guy's got it. He's only had 26 negative rushing yards in his entire career. And like I said, he did not fumble on 452 rushing attempts, which is crazy. And that's going to be our third stringer. Now, if you see something going on here, that's just third stringer. Already looks great. It's only going to get better from here on. Ready? Now let's get into the second string guy here. He's a rookie we drafted this year, and that's TaiJ Spears. He was drafted out of Tulane in the third round of this year's draft, and he finished 5th in the nation with 1,581 yards rushing last year, and he averaged an absolutely absurd 6.9 yards per attempt. That is crazy. And this guy's just lighting it up in camp. I call him lightning in a bottle. This guy's electric. He also added 22 catches for 256 yards and 2 touchdowns as well his last year in college. Now, the rumors came out when Tennessee drafted him, like, hey, this guy's got no ACL. He's a one-contract dude. I'm telling you right now, what he's been doing on the field, if you don't have an ACL, you can't cut on a dime. You can't juke like this guy's been doing. And for anybody that's watching this video that's not a Titans fan, please look this guy up. I'll be honest with you, when the Titans drafted him, I was like, damn, man, I wish they would have drafted a receiver, because Tennessee needed a receiver at the time. Granted, we have DeAndre Hopkins now. Almost said Julio. Hopefully he does not play like Julio. But we have DeAndre Hopkins now, so that worked out. But I was like, man, we really need a receiver there. But this guy is going to be electric, man. I've seen videos on him, and I'll eat my own words. I was like, okay, good draft, Graham Carthon, good draft. And this guy's going to be running the ball and catching the ball. He's going to be lined up in the backfield. He's going to be lined up out wide. He's going to be a nightmare, mismatch nightmare. He's going to be a playmaker. This guy is going to be all over the place, and I love it. Love the pick. We need somebody like that behind Henry, and even have them on the field at the same time. That's just electric to have, guys. This guy is going to shock people, and like I said, for anybody that's watching this, you're not a Titans fan, people are even saying, like, draft experts are saying to draft this guy, even because he's still going to hold value even with Henry, because he's going to be on the field a lot, because he's going to be electric. And yeah, and that's our second stringer, guys. He's going to be, keep an eye out for this guy. I'm excited for him. Now let's get into the meat here, and that's the stud, the future Hall of Fame running back, Derrick Henry. He alone can make this running back room the best in the NFL. I think he's the best running back in the NFL, bar none. No one else in the NFL has a 2,000-yard rushing season. Nobody. And he was on pace to get it again in 2021 before he got hurt. He only played in 8 games that season, and he still had 937 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. He added 154 receiving yards too. So you might as well say he had 1,000 yards, 1,000 scrimmage yards, and he's been doing that for the past 5 years. Absurd. He has only ever had one injury, and it was a freak one at that. Doesn't happen all the time. That one he had, it was a freak injury. He averages 4.8 yards per carry during his career, and he's never averaged below 4.2 yards in a single season. So he's going to get the ball, he's going to rush 4 yards every time. Run, first down. Boom. He has amassed 8,335 yards on the ground with 78 touchdowns, and he is tied with the NFL record for the longest rushing yard play in NFL history of 99 yards. Sorry, Jacksonville. Hope he does it to you again. He owns the Jags, owns the Texans, owns the Colts too. He owns the AFC South. He has added another 127 catches for 1,244 yards and 3 touchdowns in the receiving game, and he's only gotten better at that. He's only gotten better. He averaged 12.1 yards per catch last year, and he had his highest receiving yard total to date last year at 398 yards. Now remember that Henry isn't doing this with a good offensive line either. And that's why I apologize. I'm not trying to like knock anybody as a Browns fan or a Niners fan or anything like that. You guys got good running backs, but your lines are good. This guy is facing 8-man boxes all the time and getting hit in the backfield. That's why his yards per after contact are so high. Plus he's just going to stiff arm and run through people too. So that's why as well. But, and they know you're going to run with Derrick Henry, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what makes him so good. Nobody else in the NFL is like that. This line for the past couple of seasons has just sucked. Just absolute garbage. And like I said, not to mention, everybody knows he's getting the ball and still putting up big numbers. He's a Hall of Fame running back, and when he rushes for 1,665 yards or more, which he easily can do, and it could be this season, once he does that, he will get to 10,000 yards rushing for his career, and that's like that coveted yardage total that running backs want to get to be in the Hall of Fame. And not to say that there's guys that have hit it and they're not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, sure, there's a couple guys that have hit that yardage mark, and they're not in the Hall of Fame, but that's a pretty good one right there to, a check mark. Okay, check mark for a Hall of Fame career right there. Now, like I said, let's not forget how much everybody focuses on him. And I'm always a big believer in, anytime you want to say a guy's a Hall of Famer or how special he is what does he do in the playoffs, right? Playoffs are what matter. And that's where legends are made. And that's where Henry's legend started, really, in 2019 when he carried the Titans in the playoffs. And he was the first player in NFL postseason history to run for $170 or more, because I think he had 186 one of those games, in consecutive playoff games. It's crazy, guys. He compiled 561 rushing yards in his first 4 career playoff games, which is the most by any running back in the modern era. Now, remember also when the Titans beat the Chiefs in the comeback game, he's the one that stayed in bounds for the first down. That was the year before. This guy does it in the playoffs. He shows up. This guy has it. He has it. And no other running back in the NFL compares to this guy at all. We are watching an all-time great right now, and we all need to cherish what this guy is doing. Now, like I said, this is going to piss some people off with the running backs. I mean, I saw Madden rankings got everybody all worked up, and I saw Chubb up there and Christian McCaffrey, and I don't know. It's Titans. They don't get the respect they should by anybody. It is what it is. But you guys got to admit, even if you're not a Titans fan and you're watching this video, when you play the Tennessee Titans, you're trying to stop Derrick Henry. And if you guys don't know who TaiJ Spears is, you're going to get to know him this year. This is the best running back group position in the NFL. Let me know what you guys think down below, because I don't think anybody can argue any of this stuff. No other running back in the NFL is stacking up numbers like this guy. And like I said, he's enough to carry this on his own. And the other running back rooms in the NFL don't have the depth. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll talk soon, everybody. Tighten up.